What's poppin'? I should be on our beefer right now. Anyways.
Wondering back to you, 'cause there's nothing else I can do.
Hey, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. It's very hot. Yeah, I burnt myself. Can't lie, I burnt myself. Anyway, without further ado, the first of many female guests on the show. Massive thanks to her for coming on. Leah Guest is in the building!
Hello.
So, isolation, what's been your best and worst part?
Best is definitely being able to create music around this whole experience. So when I do release music later on in the year, I think you'll definitely see lyrics and themes that are like, wow, this girl was in lockdown. Do you know what? I'm going to say for at least the first 3 weeks, I was just like, had no motivation. I think everyone was kind of dealing with it in their own way. I hate this. I can't see anyone. I can't do anything. But, you know, we all have our down days. I'm not saying that, you know.
I've actually loved it. Like, I'm not going to say that because maybe that's a bit too much. Normally make music at home, or do you do studio work?
I do a bit of both, but more recently it's been at home. I can produce.
Be a guest, a producer in the making. What do you miss the most about normality?
Like just seeing my friends. I think that's like a massive part of it.
Did you have any inspirations like from our area, or did you want to be like the one from Kent to do well and smash it?
I think Medway and Kent is like an area that is full of a lot of talent. Obviously, like as a kid, it's always like you want to be the one that goes on X Factor and it's like, oh, she's from Medway and she's like up on the stage. At the end of the day, I think no matter where you're from, if you've got a dream or like, you know, you want to get up and do something creative, then you should just do it.
Do you think that it's kind of overlooked?
Lots of talent really comes from London, and it's like, you know, you've got to live in London in order to be successful. You've got to make it to the city, and then you've made it being so close to London, and we're like outside Garden of England.
Being a singer, obviously you've got like links to various people and places. Are there like any hidden towns in Kent where you would just think, no way, there are like people doing music over there? Like I didn't even know they had like Wi-Fi.
Luckily, when I was like 19, I got to meet Jules Holland and I sung on some of his shows. I didn't even realise he lived so close to like me, or like he lived in Kent. You just expect people like that to maybe live big houses in London and stuff like that. But someone's like, oh, I live in Kent too. And they're like, oh, I'm like live in Margate. And I'm like, is that Kent?
No, but we had Skems as well.
Growing up in school, it was like, every boy wanted to be a rapper,
and then they all like started sending for each other as well. I live for that. That was amazing. Back to you.
So I always just knew that I liked it, and then just as it got further and further, and I think I just put more things out, I was like, no, I really want to do this, like for real, like this is my passion.
When anyone does anything creative or like out of like the status quo or social norm, you're kind of put in like a spotlight and people like pick at it. Did you find you had that initially?
Now there might be people that, you know, want to put you down, but you're always going to have that.
Which is your favourite out of the songs that you've released?
Probably Blue Skies, because that was like my debut single. It was like the first time I was releasing music. Oh my God, that's my name. And people are like sharing my music on Spotify.
When you go to write your music and you're in the studio, how do you go about finding a producer?
I think it was when I did my 7 years video, and it kind of blew up. Ever since, we just hit it off, and we were able to just write a lot of music together. There's got to be some sort of fit. You've both got to have the same sort of vision.
Do you ever get it where the producer's just like twisting it the wrong way?
I can hear where I want it to go, and then like they start doing something and I'm like, that's not quite it. And if you don't like something, you just got to say it.
This is my show, get out of the way. What genre singer would you say that you are?
The Leah Guest kind of vibe is more like Snow Allegra, Georgia Smith, that kind of category. If you can sing, and you can kind of do whatever you want, right?
Can you pinpoint the moment where you were like, all right, no games?
I worked with a producer who actually has worked with Timbaland, Nelly Furtado.
Oh,
Okay. He was like insane, and this was the first time I've ever recorded in a studio. I just went from like recording this video in my bedroom to suddenly like, oh, we've organised for you to go and re-record the song in Islington, and like with this really great producer, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my god, like this is my first studio experience. Like, I was just like, oh my god, I want this to be my life forever. Like I never want it to end.
I know we touched on the Molly Collins collab, but I used to see Molly Collins in like Tap.
Molly messaged me, there's no BS with her, she's so straight to the point, and it was just like, yo, do you want to sing on a track with me? You know what, yeah, I do want to do it. What sort of words do they say in drum and bass songs? It's just got to be very like punchy, and it's got to be catchy. It was so easy, it just worked really well. Like obviously put it out and then everyone else loved it.
Most like drum and bass songs are usually about like relationships and love and social issues, so I guess it works.
When I read the lyrics of Lost and Found, I'm like, I don't actually really know what I'm talking about. It doesn't need to really make sense because it just works. I sung at Strawberry and Creams Festival. That honestly was just like insane. Like,
oh.
Yeah. I wrote those lyrics in my bedroom and now you're all singing them to me. When I do any gig, to be honest, it's always the first song that I'm like, I still get nervous. I would say I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Maybe I didn't sing it as well as I could have. Like, I do feel really like, oh, for God's sake, like, I could have done that so much better.
When you were doing the drum and bass things, because obviously drum and bass is like heavily associated with people just like, you know, gun fingers and all that. Have you ever had any hiccups when you go to like perform live, but you just like played it off cool?
Oh my God, yes, definitely. I got the words wrong. I'm not happy.
Do you find it easy to play it off? Just sing a note that kind of mirrors that?
Like once I sung my like 7 years cover in a like jazz club in Soho, and just started singing like a verse that was like not for a lot later, like, and then like the pianist was looking at me like, girl, you singing the wrong thing. And I'm like, I know I'm singing the wrong thing. I much prefer singing with live instruments for the fact that I tend to go off track.
Oh, no, we're going.
Yeah, they're just like, we're going over here now. We're going over here.
So you've done. I didn't even know you did the jazz performance in Soho. What other live performances have you done?
Probably the biggest one of like my career, singing at Jules Holland's. He does like tours obviously everywhere, and he invited me to come and sing at the Marlow Theatre. Being on stage with like a full band, you've got like every instrument you can think of. Now introducing the voice of Leah Guest, and I'm like plod on stage like, here I am. But it was just amazing being able to sing in that environment and have like such a big band behind me. It was just insane.
What do you think the hardest thing about being a singer is?
You've got a good question. When it comes with like being a singer, because of the day and age we live in, it has to come with like the social media aspect of it. I personally find that quite difficult sometimes. Like, I just want to sing, like I just want to make music and sing, and sometimes, even though I think social media is like amazing because it gets you out there, it's a great tool, I think it definitely comes with a lot of, you know, you compare yourself to other people, you're comparing your journey to other people, your image to other people. Am I cool enough? Am I unique enough? Do I stand out? You have bad days and then you get on with it when you feel a bit better about it.
Now, clout and being big on our social media is a form of currency.
There's negatives to it. There's so many positives to it. You have to give and take with that sort of thing, but I think just because of the day and age and just the pressure on like young people to like just be the best and look the best, it can just be quite intense.
The Yamaha music in October, what was that? Yamaha,
yes,
October 2019. They're all glammed up and you're doing the harmonic vocals, and the contrast between the two images, I thought it was absolutely like one. It was so cool. It was sick.
thank you.
How did that come about? Was that like something easy to arrange, or? So
Molly is sponsored by Yamaha. There was pianos there that like you click a song and it plays itself, and it was just like, I cannot believe I'm here.
Would you be open to doing rap collaborations?
That would probably be the collaboration that I really want to do. I've just been really working hard at like ironing my own stuff out. And I have been looking at anything that I have done. Could I fit some sort of rap into it? But I want to be fussy, and I want to, you know, I don't just want kind of like anyone to like rap on a song or something. I'd want it to really be a good fit, you know, like Gold Link and that kind of flow, like that kind of musical stuff. Like that's kind of like where I can see it going.
What venue do you as a singer like look at and think I would love to perform there?
And like the O2 or something like that. Shepherd's Bush is like a really cool one as well. I've seen a few gigs there, and I've always thought like, I want to be on that stage.
Do you ever get weird messages, like weird DMs?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Like I said, the internet's a weird place, you know, and people are up to weird things. But yeah.
PC, it's all right, it's okay. This one's a little bit deeper, but where do you see yourself in, say, I don't know, next week? No, not next week, like 5 years.
Maybe 2 albums, like gigging, having shows lined up, and, you know, having a really decent amount of following. You know, I don't want to be a singer because I want to be famous. Like, fame has nothing, like, I have no interest in being famous, really. So in 5 years' time, do you know what? If it's like massive crowds and I am singing at Shepherd's Bush or the O2 or wherever, that would be so sick, and I'd be so happy. But what I do remind myself is, like, I just want people to really like my music and connect with it.
Do you find it's harder for girls to emerge as singers, or do you find it's harder or more competitive for boys to emerge as rappers? Not that girls can't rap and boys can't sing, but...
Yeah, sure. Some girls don't like to compliment other girls as much. For rappers, people just want to support, and like they want to big up their friends. I feel like with girls sometimes it can be a bit like, oh, I don't want to see her doing well.
But the thing is, boys will 100% love the singing, the female singer songs, but they won't tell people, but they'll be in their cars, in their heart. What music do you hate?
Heavy metal. Sorry to anyone who loves it, it's just not for me.
The scariest thing you have ever done?
Jet skiing in Cape Verde, and I was absolutely petrified.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Who killed Biggie Smalls?
Oh, I don't know. A really horrible person.
How long until you sell out the O2?
5-6 years.
Is coronavirus real?
Yes.
What drinks make you throw up?
Tequila.
Does it make you a better dancer?
No, it just makes me throw up.
Tommy Hilfiger or Ralph Lauren?
Ralph Lauren.
Is Maya Jama annoying?
No.
What could you not live without?
Chipsticks. Salt and vinegar chipsticks.
What is your worst bad habit?
Overthinking.
What is your pet peeve?
Rude people. If you're rude, you're my pet peeve.
Ibiza or Marbella?
Ibiza.
Weirdest thing about you?
If I've had like too much sugar, or like I'm just on one, like I just turn into an absolute crazy person.
What is your life motto?
It's going to be so cliche. Never give up, or follow your dreams. Do your thing.
How would you get rid of a body if you had to?
Wow. If I was maybe close to a river.
River
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did O.J. Simpson do it?
Yeah.
And the final question. Who is going to win? Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua?
I think it might be Tyson Fury.
That is exactly what I wanted you to say.
Well, I love Anthony Joshua, but I just got a feeling.
You can't mess with the Fury. So yeah, thank you so much again. Good luck with everything. Stay safe. Keep doing bits. And that's all she wrote.